pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can I get the bank balances, Christie?
Yes, sir. The general account, $641,925.67. Sewer general, $208,781.42. Municipal court, $29,799.11. Corrections, $1,939.43. Cash bond, $6,814.87. Judicial, $4,529.07. 4 and 5 cent gas tax, $23,655.08. 7 cent gas tax, $6,052.64. Rebuild Alabama, $49,285.31. Sewer customer deposits, $34,324.58. Sewer capital, $26,370.92. Community Development Block Grants, $50.17. American Rescue Plan Act, $268,365.86. Capital savings, $26,094.23, for a total of $1,324,988.36.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to accept the bank balances and minutes from our last regular session plus the September 21st work session? Motion. Have a motion, to have a second?
Second.
Motion by Larry, second by Tim, all in favor? All right. So we've got something here. We've got a great group of women here, including Barbara Cooper, again. So we've got a proclamation for the homemakers. Alabama Homemakers and Community Leaders Week, October 3rd through the 7th, 2022. Whereas the Alabama Homemakers and Community Leaders were organized in 1926. And whereas the Alabama Homemakers and Community Leaders believes through working together in a group, the lives of people and families can be enriched. And whereas the greatest force which molds character comes from a home, which is morally wholesome, spiritually stimulating, and physically healthful. And whereas the Alabama Homemakers and Community Leaders strive to strengthen, develop, coordinate, and extend non-formal education to improve the quality of life for families. And whereas to celebrate Alabama Homemakers and Community Leaders Week, Owens Crossroads Homemakers and Community Leaders are hereby recognized and commended in this community for their education and civic contributions. Now, therefore, I, Tony Craig, Mayor of the City of Owens Crossroads, do hereby proclaim October 3rd through the 7th, 2022 as Alabama Homemakers and Community Leaders Week in Owens Crossroads. Ms. Cooper?
Yes, sir.
Will you the homemakers come up here so I can give her a sticker?
You want us all to come?
Yeah.
Come on, ladies.
Just as long as y'all don't hit me or anything, we'll be good.
Y'all all get up here for a picture. All
Yeah,
of
let's
y'all.
get a picture.
All of you.
Yeah, let's see.
Do we need to slide our desk back? We didn't dress for this.
1, 2, 3. You didn't say suck in.
I was sucking in. I was already sucking
Got a good one, Scott? All right, thank you, ladies.
What's that? You want another one?
in. Take another one. Let Margaret Earl get prepared.
All right. 1, 2, 3. There we go.
Still didn't say something.
Well, thank y'all very much for everything you do. Yeah, thank you.
You know, we have one workshop to a meeting and we'd stay.
Very much.
I sure will. I sure will.
Thank you.
Happy to see you.
All right.
Yes, ma'am, thank you.
Thank y'all for coming.
We're gonna just slip out to,
Our meeting is already the fourth Tuesdays.
Y'all be careful.
Y'all have a good evening.
Could you change the
Watch out for the big hole in the parking lot. I got some signs up.
Orange Crossroads gonna fix those?
Yes, ma'am. Hopefully by this time Thursday.
Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.
All right, so I don't believe we have anybody special now. Ms. Craig, you got anything? Mr. Craig, you got anything? All right, let's go ahead with the agenda item. All right, we have resolution 22-033, ARPA funds expenditure for the police department. I think we discussed this when we had talked about our budgets, but Jason, you want to go ahead and explain what you got?
Yes, sir, it's the mobile data, fingerprint scanner that we've got, we're requesting funds for. What that'll do is it'll help the officers in the field to take, fingerprints of individuals who've been arrested, on misdemeanors, which now what we do is on most misdemeanors, we just do the non-traffic UTC, which is just a written citation, and they get a court date and all that. But the way it is currently, none of them are fingerprinted during that process. So this will allow them to be fingerprinted so that it will also go and count towards their criminal history as far as charges and things of that matter.
Okay. How much is the cost of it? $12,000?
The cost of it was
$1,641.20.
yes, with an additional yearly rate of, was it
1,400 a year after the first year.
Yes, 1,400 after the first year, and that's for the service / I guess, system upgrades as far as the firmware and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Software, firmware, maintenance, and it included technical support if my memory's correct.
Yes, sir.
And so that's,
Yep.
it's a maintenance and support agreement.
Yes, there we go.
Okay. All right. Do I have a motion to approve resolution 22-033?
Motion not to exceed 13,000.
Yeah, that'd be fine. Motion not to exceed 13,000. Got a motion from Scott, do I have a second? Second from James. All in favor?
Thank you.
Let's see, so we've got resolution 22-034, which is the adoption of the FY 22-23 budget. Any discussion on the budget? All right, so do I have a motion to approve resolution 22-034?
Motion.
Got a motion from Larry, do I have a second? Second. From Tim and James, all in favor? Aye. All right. All right, let's see, we've got the CDVG update from Christie on behalf of Jake.
Okay, so it's in your packet that basically we've been in discussions with ADECA because we had eliminated Craft Craig Road, so that eliminated some beneficiaries. And when we eliminated those beneficiaries, or potentially eliminated those beneficiaries, it was going to charge us a fee. Or we could have potentially lost the whole grant. Is that what you understood, Mayor?
Right.
Yes. And so we've rewritten the resolution to include those beneficiaries because the cost to do the beneficiaries on Craft Creek is actually a little bit less than it is to pay the fine or potentially lose the grant. So the money changed, total of $59,500 out of pocket. And it's all clear there. We are not voting on it tonight because we have to do another public hearing to make sure that the public is aware of everything, and that will be 7 days from tomorrow, which will be October 6th. So, any questions about that? The reason the price went up is because of cost, everything's up, inflation. And I know that Jake explained very well last month that he negotiated and worked with the lowest bidder to get it down as low as he did, so. But when we eliminate those, it does cause a major problem for ADECA, because there has to be X amount of beneficiaries for the grant. And he has his own explanation there, as y'all saw in the package.
So next week on the 6th, you said?
Will be on the 6th will be the public hearing, and then y'all will be presented with an actual vote on the 12th at the next council meeting.
On the 6th, that's what I'm asking.
No, that's the public hearing. That's just in case people want to come. And those are going to be posted tomorrow, because that's 7 days in advance.
I didn't know about that one. So makes sense.
We just found out about the hearing part this afternoon. That's why everything is kind of rushed. And this is the new budget. The third page of your little packet from them is the new budget layout, and it explains everything on that project. If y'all have any questions, I'll be glad to send them to Jake and get back with you, or he'll get back with you.
So let's see, we've got ordinance number 22-027, regulation of short-term rentals. Any of you ladies want to talk about this?
Teresa?
Teresa?
We have been approached by email from a gentleman that is wanting to have some short-term rental properties in Owens Crossroads. And before I answered him back, I felt like we needed to come up with something that would outline specifics, not just what we had in place was very, very minimal. And so I did some research online and found kind of a layout that Gunnersville uses, and went through that and made some amendments to that to adopt it to more Owens Crossroads user-friendly. But this is for short-term rentals. Does not pertain to any of our long-term rentals. And short-term rental is defined as, less than
30 days.
30 days?
Such as a VRBO or...
Airbnb or something like that.
Question. Well, I agree on it. It says they have 1 hour to respond on complaints. Be accessible to telephone 24/7 while that's rented,
Right.
and then 12 hours after they have to be there in person. Is that not a little unrealistic? We're not talking hotels or something. I'm looking at somebody that's got a house that they're gonna rent somebody for 30 days, even though they bought the permits and stuff. They could be on vacation, they could be at the doctor's office, they could be a lot of places.
Okay, but they have to specify an emergency contact. It does not have to be the property owner. It can be anybody, like they could have somebody else, a next door neighbor, somebody else become that emergency contact, and that contact person who is the one who has to be available pretty much the whole time in case there is an emergency at the property.
I understand that, but 24/7, an hour to respond, and then 12 hours to be there in person is kind of tight. People, even if the next door neighbor works. I mean,
It's my understanding that is a pretty set, understood thing, standard across any short-term rentals. Again, it's not long-term rentals, it's a short-term rental, just to make sure that in case something is happening at the house, then the people that are there are not stuck holding whatever's going on.
And a short-term rental is essentially a hotel. It's just in someone's home instead of a hotel room.
yes and no. Okay, yes. And then I have a question on number, out of 12 in that. it says that no food may be prepared or served to rental occupants by the owner.
Correct.
So if I rented you a house for 30 days and I want to come over in your backyard because I know you cook a hamburger, that'd be illegal? That's where I'm going with that. I mean,
But where they're looking at this is, the health department, you're not gonna have a food permit for that person to be able to prepare food for them.
I understand if you're selling food or preparing food for sale, but you rented the house to them, it belongs to them for 30 days. So, I mean, I'm just asking,
I mean, it's a health department issue more than anything. Because the health department is gonna look at, do you have a commercial kitchen? And most of the properties that are used for Airbnbs do not have commercial kitchens.
No, they just
I know that the rentals, like the rentals in Garnersville, short-term rentals in Garnersville, they don't have a problem with people